Hello Aquarius, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of September 2019, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of August. So let's see what is in store for you for September. So the first card for representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Three of Spades. So the Three of Spades here actually indicates that possibly recently in the past you have been having some kind of disagreements or like argument with somebody in your work or even in your personal life, but I do see it more into the work life. And maybe you have a dispute with your colleagues or even with your peers or with your boss in some way that you are feeling like having injustice in your situations, like can be different from each of you, but in some way you feel that this kind of situation should not be resolved in that way. So you are feeling disrespectful and not really having your say, and that's the reason why you are like being like blackmailed by some people as well. So this is something that you needed to speak up. You should not be holding it too long, and you should not even keep it for yourself. You should always speak up. You can also report this to the HR managers or HR departments about the situation so that it will not prolong any longer. But if you are not working, it looks like that you maybe have been disappointed with several different jobs interview that you have gone through, and this can be very common. Like maybe they treat you badly, or during the interview they don't really appreciate what you have done and things like that. So this is something very common these days. The company just wanted to find the best candidates, and yeah, they just disregard people who are mediocres or not really doing great in their previous experience. So the next card that you have representing the influence card or the bridge cards towards the middle of the month, you have the Joker card reverse. So this Joker card reverse actually come out several times during your readings and the other signs. So it looks like that this card may indicate, like coupled with the Three of Spades, it looks like that maybe there was some kind of a false start, or something that they cancel it, or maybe they reschedule it. And this is something that maybe people are expecting, or even you yourself also expecting, that you wanted to start like in certain dates or immediately or things like that, but something else happened and they changed the project's timeline, or maybe they changed the hiring dates and things like that, so that you won't be able to join immediately. But in some point you have already quit your job, for instance. So in that situation you left behind doing nothing, because your new job won't even start it until maybe next month or the following month. But then you already quit your job now, then what you should do. So this is something that you are thinking quite lately, which is coupled with these two cards. So this actually is something that you wish to have, and you wish to start immediately, but somehow it cannot. So this is something that you wish to have it, but you can't. So this is something that you should be able to mitigate. Maybe you can find part-time jobs in the middle of your transition period. So it doesn't mean that they cancel everything, like all the project and all the. It can be because some of you, if they cancel the position or they cancel a project and there's no budget or things like that, it's possible. But I do see that most of you may. I think it's not cancellation. I think it's more likely a delay on the starting dates, which is a false start in some way. So the next card that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Seven of Clubs. So the Seven of Clubs here indicates that, yeah, again, this is something like the arguments. You have to defend yourself in the past. And if this is related to the starting dates, I think it's better not to argue with the HR or the hiring manager because you needed the job. So what you can do is just try to find a part-time jobs or the jobs in between, so that you can like utilize your free time, or even like having fun too. You can go for vacations for a few weeks or so, or a few months, depending on the delay that you have, and everything will be fine. You should not even think about it, because that means that you have more free time before you go and jump into the next job. So the next one that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have the Nine of Spades. So the Nine of Spades here indicates that, yeah, this is related again to that kind of a problem that you have. So I think it's better to cleanse yourself, not to think about negative things or what will happen, what if this, what if that, what if the other one happened, or things like that. So what if thinking is always not good, because it will play in your mind that you're actually getting a worst thing ever happen, but it's actually not. So try not to think or overthink things through, so you should be able to be going forward without any problem. Because when you start playing with your mind, then your mind will trick you to get even worse situations. So the next one that you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the Nine of Hearts. So yeah, remove all of your expectations, remove all the things that you feel that it has to be done that way. Perfectionist is a good thing, but in the schedule sense, maybe it's not working. In the real life, sometimes it's not working. Then you have to tolerate. So remove all of your expectations or all of your wishes, hope, and so on. Just go with the flow. Sometimes you won't be able to get everything what you want, but sometimes you could. It just depends on the situation that you are at and you are in. Somehow it may work, sometimes it's not. So try to take the best as you can of the situations, and you will be okay. Just let go those expectations and hopes that you have, because it will make you disappointed when you don't get those expectations come true. So the next card that you are representing the future cards toward the end of the month, you have the Seven of Diamonds. So the Seven of Diamonds here actually indicates that you possibly have to wait again. This is something related to the previous card, and the delay may not be something that you can tolerate actually, but yeah, nevertheless you needed a job anyway, so just you have to accept that, by the way. So this is the time for you to wait for the harvest to come. Wait for the time to start a new job or to open a business. Maybe you're also thinking of opening up a business or company, but maybe this is not the right time. Maybe because the paperwork not yet done, and the licensing and all of those taking way more time. That makes more sense. So lastly, here to clarify the whole readings, at the bottom of the deck you have the Five of Spades. So be careful of any conflicts, any disagreements that you have, because it will jeopardize the whole outcome or the whole situations here that you have. So try to be more practical, not really getting into your emotions so much, because sometimes people will get too sensitive, and they just throw everything away and just don't care anything about the outcome, which is not a good way. You still need the job, by the way, so that's why you just have to compensate that maybe try find a new like part-time jobs in between, or temporary job in between, until the contracts or the new position starts. So I think that's overall readings here for you. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notifications every time we publish a new video. And if you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via PayPal to this email address, and see you next month. Thank you.